All right, so we're gonna do a couple mock drafts just to get a sense for the set. Eldraine looks like it has a lot of neat things going on. Um, some pretty strong commons, uncommons, and rares. So um, I think that'll make for some good gameplay, some interesting draft decisions. So all that being said, we got our first pack. So we've got a pretty good land. It's nice because it's gonna help you with fixing, and it can be a mana sneak later on in the game. Uh, Gain one, drain one's pretty good. I don't necessarily think that we're going to take that first because we have what I think is one of the stronger uncommons, plus a couple strong commons. But I think it's probably this Twisted Sewer, which is where we're going to land on. At a minimum, it comes down as a 3/4 plus a 2/2 rat. So it's going to get that token on it. And when the rat dies, it drains one. But ideally, if you can have maybe like a black-red deck or just a heavier black deck, you can have some other rats that are already in play, such that when this comes down, it's giving out multiple of these Wicked Roll tokens. Do it pre-combat, put it on 3 or 4 rats, swing in with them, and opponents in a bit of trouble. So this is a good 5-drop, I think. If we weren't going to take that, it'd probably be Torch the Tower, 2 or 3 damage, instant speed, can help you bargain stuff. Or maybe the Stockpiling Celebrant is a way to get some value, kind of mid-rangey, white, black, white green, something like that. Could also consider like the Cooped Up or this Bruiser, but I think we're going to land on the Twisted Sewer Witch. Ideally, we could follow it up with a good black card. I don't think that will be the case though. Looking at our rare and uncommons, so could consider this Sleep Curse Fae. Comes down as a 3/3. Thing is, it's pretty good turn 1. It's not great later because, yeah, you can dump some mana into it, untap it, but then you've paid, gosh, maybe 7 mana for 3/3 Flyer Ward 2. I don't think that's where you want to be. I do think you want to be with a Woodland Acolyte. 2 and a white for a 2/2 ETB draw card. You're going to play that, 10 out of 10 times. And maybe you can use this Mend the Wilds. The fixing is pretty good in this set. Much of it is focused in green, but there's lands and some artifacts and stuff, so you may be able to use this Adventure before you play the Acolyte, but I think we probably land on the Acolyte. I think Sweet Tooth Witch will be fine, and you could maybe talk me into taking that over the Acolyte to stay black, but we don't have to be black here, and I think this Acolyte is just good enough to take. Okay, so if we're looking at just black and white stuff, I think Back for Seconds is going to be very good in a grindy type of deck. So just think about it. It's turn 6, 7. You're able to play this, bargain something away, put a 4-drop back into play, and get a 3-drop to your hand. That's pretty good for 3 mana. It's got some similar vibes of like Urborg Repossession from Dominator United. So that could get, enchantments or permanents. Oftentimes it'd be like, creature and enchantment. But I think this will be a really good way to do bargain and get value back and help grind. If this word here is probably between Rat Out, 1 mana combat trick that also leaves a body. Granted, the rat can't block, so you're not going to, get a 2/2 with this, but that's still a lot of cardboard, a lot of interaction, or potentially Cooped Up as an enchantment, which you like in this color pair. And you can do some kind of cute interactions where, exile the creature with that ability on the stack. You bargain with the Cooped Up, so you get the bargain for a card and you still exile the creature. That being said, I think we're going to go for Back for Seconds and try and play more from a mid-range, controlling, kind of grind you out type of deck. Ideally, we may have some rats to be able to bargain away also, if we're not doing, like food or roll tokens. Speaking of bargain, so this is a pretty good 4-drop, but I think it's not going to be enough better than taking this Cursed Courtier. So not quite sure what to think of this, but we already have something that bargains and Back for Seconds. We can probably get another 3 or 4 bargain cards, and if you can bargain away that Cursed Roll token, looking at a 3/3 lifelinker. So I think that's pretty good. Also, if we get some stuff that we know we want to bargain away, it gives us a better excuse to take bargain cards because we'll have a high enough density of like fodder for that. If this weren't here, I don't think I'm taking either of these black cards. You could maybe talk me into this 2-drop because it has some late game ability, or maybe this Moment of Valor, but I'd probably speculate on Agatha's Champion because I think black-green will be a pretty good deck, but I don't think this is enough better than Curse Court here. To take it, we have an Acolyte, and it's just tough to know what's really like a signal and just these, bot tier drafts. Maybe we're supposed to take the champion and see if green's open, but I'm willing to speculate on a court tier. We'll see. Okay, so no black cards. It's not great. Our best card is probably this Hamlet Glutton, so maybe we should have gone in on green, but I think we can take a 2-drop in one of our potential colors, like the Curse Court Hero, make it a 3/3. So that's good. Twisted Sewer to make it a 3/3. We're missing out on Glutton and like maybe a Gale thing, but I think this is reasonable. Okay, so we could go for card draw with Rowan's Grim Search, especially being instant speed and something for bargain. I think it's kind of cute. We could also look at this Fell Horseman. Fluster and Curve all right. It's a good way to get a creature back so we can be trading off, have a little more willingness to play like a small game where we're exchanging resources with our opponent, trying to keep stuff off the board, and then we can bring this back and then play the creature. I like my 4 drops to do something, but it does have the Inventor. I just think you're not going to play this Inventor on turn 2. Pretty much ever. I don't think we're going to have a good enough 1-drop that they would kill to bring it back. So it's probably this over the Rowan's Grim Search. Okay, so now we're seeing if we want 3 bowls of porridge, this way to get some value before we bargain. I don't think so. I think we probably want this Archon's Glory. Especially if we're playing a small game where we're trying to clear out the board. Opponents less likely to have multiple blockers. So we might be able to blow out like a double block with their 2 blockers they do have, or just fly over. So I think it's probably the Archon's Glory. None of these are great. Like I think this will be okay. These may be okay. I'm not really thinking we want this Protective Parents. The Young Hero actually could be interesting because it can go well with like our Armory Mice potentially. So we don't necessarily have to be celebrating every turn. We'll have some Rats. You could also convince me that maybe we're supposed to speculate on this Witch Doctor, but I'm okay with going with Parents. Okay, I'm going to put it in the board for now, though. So we were able to wield the Stockpile and Celebrate, which I think is wonderful because we can do things like pick up our Curse Roll token from the core tier, pick up our Acolyte, pick up a Horseman to use its Adventure again, pick up our Sewer Witch. Just a lot of great stuff here. So I think we take the Celebrant. I don't think we're going to do enough life gain. We don't really have foods or enough lifelink, so I think it's just another 2-drop. I don't think we're going to play this Interference. We could consider this Moment of Valor. I'll put it in like an interaction pile. 2-drop, 2-drop. Okay. Now let's see. We're looking at Grasp of Fate. This is Oblivion Ring effect. Enter the battlefield. For each opponent, exile 1 up to 1. Target non-land permanent until this leaves battlefield. That's pretty good. It might be better than Woodland Acolyte, considering we're a little low in interaction. I think I'm probably not going to take it over the Acolyte, though, just because I want to be trying to put stuff on board, get resources 2 for once if I can. And then I don't think we're going to take this, even though it could be, late game. Could be more. I think we want to small, but we want to be trading stuff off. So I think it's the Acolyte. Okay, Iron Crag is ramp. It's probably this Voracious Vermin rather than like a Clothier or Turn Triumphant. We have some nice stuff that we wouldn't mind bringing back, like these double Acolytes or like a Celebrant. But I think we should be able to get that because this Vermin is just a better card. It's 2 bodies. Granted, you really don't want to block through 2-1 if you can help it, and you'd rather get your 1/1 rat bargain away to grow this. But I think we'll take that. Okay, so we're looking at a little bit lower curve here, Vermin, keep guard, but I think we're going to do this Neva, Stalked by Nightmares. So it's a Gravedigger in a way. 2/2 for 4, brings back a creature or an enchantment from the graveyard to your hand. Also has Menace when you want to be able to try and do some attacking. And whenever an enchantment you control put in a graveyard from the battlefield, plus almost 1 counter and scry 1. So we only have, one enchantment with the core tier at this point. So we definitely need to pick some of those up. But I think this is just a gold card that is pretty good in our curve. We only have 1/4, 1/5. Okay, we probably need some interaction. You could maybe talk me into this tabby since we have like some rats that we're trying to do, but I think it's probably rat out for interaction, another rat for sewer witch. Early game plays. Okay, I think we like a 2-drop here, get our curve lower, 3/1, make a food, help keep us alive. 1.5 for 1, 2 for 1. None of these are great. Like the Glutton's good, and I think this Galefang's fine. Balgus is probably good. But for us, I think we should have taken our Protective Parents and just move it to the board. Oh, so we do have some interaction here. We have the Taken by Nightmare, which I think is generally a little bit better than Candy Grapple. Do we have enough things that we want to be bargaining? Courtier, maybe some food, maybe rats. No, I think we land on the Taken by Nightmare. Okay, so now we could look at this Fell Horseman or this Return Red Triumphant. I'm not super high on Return Triumphant, but I think with Rat, Double Acolyte, Monstrosity, Celebrant. Oh, and this is actually interesting. So we bring back our Courtier, and then we put on a Young Hero roll that will take away the Cursed roll. I think we land on Return Triumphant. I think that's pretty cute. We'll take the expensive removal, and Wicked Roll can, go on our just anything really. I don't think we'll play the Clothier. These are kind of whatever. I don't think we're gonna play Plunge into Winter, Balluna. I don't think we want discard 2 cards, or Wicked Roll. Maybe because we're playing a smaller game. I will think about it, but probably not. Okay, so now we have an interesting spot here. Because I think Lord Skinner's Butcher is something nice, because we can, if we need to, we can sack creature, but we can make a rat, help with our Twisted Sewer Witch. We can give Menace to end the game. We have Taken by Nightmare. I think we take both of these two over Candy Grapple. I still think we need some interaction, and we're pretty good on 3s. I don't know if this is right or not, but I think I'm going to go with the Taken by Nightmare over Lord Skitter's Butcher here. Okay. Could be Monstrosity for curve considerations over stockpiling Celebrant. I think this set is going to be quick enough that I want to have a 2/2 consistently. So I think it's Monstrosity, this might potentially be the pick if we had a bit lower curve. Speaking of lower curves, do we have enough enchantments? I don't think we do. Not really, like 1, 2. No. Let's give us another enchantment, and this Wicked Roll can knock off this Cursed Roll. It can be good on our Armory Mice Monstrosities to get good trades in. Sure, we'll go with the Conceited Witch here. I don't think we're playing any of these. I mean, I'll take the 2 that can trade, but... Okay, so there we go. Ooh, so we have a Vermin versus a Celebrant. I'm going to get that to the board for now. I like the Vermin because we have this Twisted Sewer Witch. And we already do have 1 Celebrant. I wouldn't mind our Celebrant with these double Acolytes and some pretty good ETBs. Actually, no, I'll take the Celebrant here, I think. I think it's pretty close, though. Okay, Stab Wound. That's 2/2, an enchantment. Versus Rat Out. I think Rat Out dropped the curve. You could convince me to take Crystal Grotto here to just help with our mana over a second Archon. I think I'm fine with that. I want to try and have better mana if I can. I punished a little bit. Another Celebrant. We could have a bit lower curve. I don't think we're going to do the Savior. We did end up getting another Archon. These are kind of whatever. Not going to play a Ranger, not doing enchantments. I don't think we want two Fell Horsemen. I don't think we want two Archons. So we're at 25 because this is the land. So just two more cuts. Our curve could definitely be lower. I think I'm going to consistently be ahead to do that. We do have these rat outs. I might be playing catch up a little bit, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this Moment of Valor. Though that's instant. These are also instant. No, we have enough instants. We might be able to do some cute stuff. Nah, I think I'll still get rid of this. And then, yeah, this is what we're left with. We'll put that there, and then we've got our ones. Curves, pretty good. We'd like a few, no, some more. We'd like some actual ones. We didn't get any of like the nightmares or any two of the hopefuls, but I think this is fine. Okay, let's run it back. Okay, so this would be a nice finisher a few years ago. It's a really good adventure. I mean, under a target attacking creature you don't control, top or bottom of the library for 2 mana. But I don't think we want to do that. Oh. We're probably going to land on this Totentons. Yeah, it's a gold card, but I think it's a pretty good one. I know we just did black with white. Maybe we'll do black with red this time. We'll see. We'll see. Give Totentons a try. Okay, so now we get to look at pretty good uncommon, but off our colors. 4 for 4. It's okay, but we have to have a lot of direct interaction. I think this is a little overcosted. I think this will be fine where we have a little more spells. So it comes down to Sweet Tooth Witch, 2 pieces of cardboard for 3 mana, or the Vermin, which already helps us when we want to be doing rat things. I think it's probably the Vermin. I don't think this is a good card. I think this is a pretty good card. I think Rat Out to try and get deeper into a card that we want to be in is where we're going to be over this 5-drop. Or over the Sentry or like the Attendants or the Land. Okay, we're probably on that Rat Life with Tabby. I'm going to look for some enchantments. Okay. This can help us, so we can bounce a Vermin at this point. Yeah, we're not seeing too much red, unfortunately. I don't think this will be that good. Yeah, we might just run back the same type of deck. We'll see. We can rat out again. Huh. Could try Witch's Mark. It's good to put these Wicked Roll tokens on rats. Could try a Daredevil. It makes attacks easier. We can just swing off the rats. I think Challenge is fine, but we're a little far off. I'm going to put the Celebrant in the board. Between these two, this is nice on curve. This is kind of a 2 for 1 being a little grindier, though. I think I'll take the Witch's Mark here. Try and do some things on curve. We don't really have sacking, but I think this Twisted Field still may be all right. Okay, let's plug in the computer so we don't lose it. Okay, there we go. I think it's probably a second Celebrant. It's just better. We could potentially have a lot of tokens. I'm not saying I necessarily want to play this card. We don't really have enchantments yet. I'll take this as a speculation. We've got rats. I think we could use this assassin, attacking whatever they block a rat with. Just kill it. It's not great, but option. I don't think any of those are where we want to be. Okay, so we do at least get what I think is one of the better sagas. This has some. What was the card? Life of Toshiro vibes, where you're gonna kill a 2-drop on 2, maybe gain some life on 3, and then get a creature. This buffed up a little bit on 4. See, I think we're gonna take that, and we're not really missing out on too much, like maybe, but I think it's just this. Okay, now I think we can lean into our rats a little bit more. Tattered Ratter is a good one. Whenever they block a rat, it gets bigger. Okay. Could be a 3-drop that gives us a treasure. Could be this for double strike and menace. I think it's probably keeping the curve lower though. This is a good one. Sack a rat, 3/5, gain 3, drain 3. Missing out on like a cut in, feed the cauldron. Yeah. Okay. So I really like Monstrous Rage. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to take it over Rat Catcher Training in the deck we're trying to build though. But we might be able to wheel one of these 3. I think it's still the trainee though, but that's a tough one. I'll take the thief again. We would maybe side this in and then matchup where we trade stuff off and then sack our rats. How much double spelling do we have to make it Monstrosity versus Green Ball, I guess? Or, well, triggering celebration. 1, 2, 3, 4. Helps. Help. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to stick with the... Yeah, we'll try this. Alright, now we get another one we can celebrate with. Another one. Help some double spelling. Okay. Get rid of the... Oh, wow, we got the rage back. That's fantastic. We're a little too aggressive to play that. Okay, let's check on this card. No, too slow, too... whatever. Could be edge all in. What do we have that's an adventure? Unfortunately, just the rat catcher. Yeah. Hopefully we can wheel like a crescendo or the mark. If we take this in, we might not take the end though, because we could take Conceited Witch. It's probably that, because we have a lot of 2s and 1s, and it will give us another enchantment. Actually, I think I'll go with the Witch's Mark again. This was a good one for us. 2/3 and a 1/1, or sack a rat, scry 2, draw a card, or give menace to everything. Yeah, I think we'll take Lord Skitter's Butcher. I think we get another Tattered Ratter over this Veteran. Help us do rat things. Probably grapple because we need a bit more interaction over back for seconds or Nightmare, or even this Bruiser. Yeah, especially because we have some treasures we can be bargaining away. We'll go with the Candy Grapple. Now we get another Tabby maybe versus this or double. I don't think we have enough enchantments to rotate him into the tappy, so I like this having an adventure and being a body. It's a 1-drop that does something. Make stuff unblockable. I'm not gonna play any. We'll put in the crescendo over the assassin, I think. I don't think we're gonna play double crescendo though. You could convince me to play this. Actually, Young Hero's pretty good on the rats. I don't think we'll play Flick a Coin. And what are we at, 25? Do we have enough enchantments for this tabby? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Five. Yeah, it's not great. It is a 1, and we probably end up keeping this with these double witches marks. It's gonna be like a 2/2 death toucher potentially. So interaction, rat out, monstrous rage, candy grapple, minecart, crescendo. Oh, that looks pretty good. Good amount of rats. I like all these. Archer's low enough. I think I'm gonna get rid of just one of these thieves. And we'll run it with 16 lands. Because we have a good number of 1s. Plus these double witches marks to be able to draw into stuff. And maybe we're supposed to do 17 here, but we can try that. Okay, and let's maybe go for one more here. Oh, so this is interesting. So we have 5 white, white, white. Win the game if you have wide enough board. And then flying plus X. Pretty good. This gingerbread hunter looks pretty good also. You can consider Fairy Fitzing or Torch the Tower. I don't mind trying to lean into this and see if we can get kind of play a bigger game, stall some boards, win with this. Alright, well, this is actually probably better, but I think we're just going to double down on our white cards. Okay, so how do we stall the game? It's stubborn or cooped up. Probably cooped up. We could do white, or we can get ramp with green. I don't mind the ramp plan. We can maybe try that. Vigil, I think, over cooped up. I think it's just going to be too good of a card. Okay. This is a good way to stall it out. Lower curve. But I think we probably end up taking this because it's a bigger buy. We already have our top in, though. Yeah, we're just going to try and stay alive. I think this is a good way to do it. Yeah, tapping and a body, but stuff on. I'm not sure I think I'm going to play any of these, but this is a deck where you can do enchantment stuff. Okay, another cheaper body. Return something, young hero on it. Oh, Curse Whisper Celebrant. I'm going to Celebrant to make sure that I've got my white taken care of. Archon, Interaction. Grotto for fixing. Those are whatever. That's whatever. Okay, that's a nice one. Woodland Acolyte. In both the colors. Good body, draw a card, place itself. We should be able to do enough enchantments to make this Red Tooth Vanguard good as well, compared to nothing else. Vigilance. So we do have a lot of creatures and creature tokens. We're not really going to have that. I'm actually not convinced it's that over this cooped up. Break the walls like this. Make sure we hit our mana. Either we want to or need to, but with triple white cards, I don't think we will. I just stay alive. Cheaper combat trick. Ramp is fine. Terms and Wilds is ramp and something that we can bargain away. Human token, food token. Do we have the tortoise? I think so. Yeah. I think we're playing any of those. Sure, but I don't think we're playing that either. What? It's a flyer, yes. Return Trifling for value, returning either one of those two. We already have a return red trump, though. I don't think we want two of those. We'll take the parents, that's fine. My board. Try and stay alive. Now we get a Vigil, Celebrant, Glutton. Oh, that's interesting. I think if we're just trying to stay alive, it's probably another Hopeful Vigil, though. It is a good one, so. So something with Venture, return it, get rid of an Adventure, exile. It's a 3-4 for 3. Yeah, we'll take that one. We will take a Wrath. I know it doesn't really do our cavalry thing, but that's fine. It's just too good. Now it's Sweet Tooth versus Helpful Vigil again. Yeah, I think we'll just because we can pick this up again. Yeah. Sure. Genealogist. Genealogist because we have a lot of 2s. Interaction with the Glass Casket. Ooh. Okay, so let's figure this out. Interactions. I don't think we're going to play Archon Glory in this deck. This could be fine, but I don't think we're going to play that. Wouldn't mind more enchantments. So this can pick up the Vigils. Or in the cooped ups if we need to. Yeah, we're pretty good on 2s. I think it's a Celebrant. That's whatever. That's whatever. I will. Yeah, we'll take an R2. No. Eh. So we're at 28. I don't think we want the Protector Parents. So actually we're at 26. One of these is a land. But we have a lot of good stuff to bring back with the Turn Traffic. Maybe we should have had a second one of those. That's alright. Class Casket Interaction. 2 cooped ups. Okay, good late, good early. I don't think we want 3 of these because they're probably not really going to attack. Can we ever... that is ramp 2. Well, that's not true. You could pump it up with a Sweet Tooth potentially. I could see us being just defensive here. The thing is, with this Brave the Wilds, I think you still play 17 lands because we have these 2 8 drops. And the rest recurs low. Two cuts, probably one of these. Well, we do want to have 2 so we have this double genealogist. So I think we're just going to take this just for stats, but it's probably just going to get away adventure because we don't really have anything with adventure, fortunately. Yeah, we'll get rid of another stalker. Okay, this deck, I hope you found these fun and helpful. And yeah, feel free to comment if you've done anything differently. Otherwise, have a good one.